Our next story is about Friends to the Forlorn, a pit bull rescue based out of Paulding County. I met with founder Jason Flatt to find out more about what his organization is doing to help this misunderstood breed. Forlorn, meaning pitifully sad and abandoned or lonely, is a fitting adjective for Jason Flatt's pit bull rescue. With the population ballooning out of control in the United States, pit bulls are often abandoned, mistreated, fought, and euthanized at an alarming rate. I met up with Jason at the Pit Bull Palace, where he and 31 of his rescue's pit bulls live.
It's a really nice place. Big yards, it's clean. I mean, you walk into the place and 31 dogs, you wouldn't know. We work real hard at it. People say, oh, this is heaven, and I stop them right there. It's not heaven. Maybe it's purgatory. There's a stop after this. This is our halfway house. There might be some dogs that'll be here for life, and I know that, and that's just the circumstances, and they'll get loved and everything like that, but there's a home for these dogs. Even dog lovers fear or hate pit bulls. It's a breed that people love to hate. You know, if you mention the word pit bull to somebody, they usually make a face. It's like, oh, you know, it's like the worst thing in the world. And people just don't know what they're missing.
Friends to the Forlorn is a nonprofit pit bull rescue based out of Paulding County. Founder Jason Flatt grew up in New York and always had a pit bull. When he came to Georgia, he realized there was a huge problem.
And I walked into the pound, and the pound was just loaded with pit bulls. And it was not easy to adopt a pit bull. Most places didn't want to adopt a pit bull out to you. They would rather put them to sleep.
Pit bulls and pit bull mixes account for a third of shelter intakes nationally, but in large cities, the numbers can be as high as 65%. Many shelters euthanize pits immediately upon intake without ever having the chance at adoption. Studies estimate that 1 million pit bulls are euthanized per year. That's 2,800 a day.
So it bothered me, and it bothered me like all the stigmas that were attached to them. And it bothered me enough where I got up off my butt and I did something about it.
While pit bulls make up a large percentage of the animals in shelters, they are also bred at an alarming rate, many times for dogfighting.
They breed them, they give them away to their friends, everybody wants a pit bull. And they realize, oh wow, I can't take care of this pit bull. This pit bull requires a little bit more than I'm ready for. And they dump them. Or they just turn them out and they just keep breeding, and it never ends. I mean, one female can lead to like 65,000 dogs over 7 years. A lot of the dogs that we take are from really bad situations, and they've been really badly abused, and they've gone through stuff that we would never survive. And they're just happy to be alive, and they still have the ability to love. So there's a lot that this breed is made up of. They're resilient, they're strong physically and mentally, and they have the capability of overcoming tragedy like I've never seen. The problem that you have with pit bulls is a lot of people base it on overhyped, their opinions are based on overhyped media sensationalism. Anything that you see in the media usually that has, or even in marketing, anything that has the word pit bull associated with it is usually this monstrous, demonic-looking creature that's muscle upon muscle with these demon eyes and blood coming from its mouth and these huge chains on their neck. And that's not what they are. It's an epidemic. It's a real epidemic. You have a lot of people breeding these dogs for fast money. Like I said, anything that's usually associated with pit bulls, it shows the power, the strength. That attracts the wrong crowd.
Friends to the Forlorn has grown rapidly in the few years it's been in operation. With stats like only 1 in 1,000 pit bulls finding a forever home, it's no wonder. The need is great.
We've gotten to the point now where I can't even answer the emails. People turning to me for help with pit bulls. I'm averaging between 12 and 1,400 emails a day. I'm getting about 200 to 250 phone calls any given day. I'm getting probably about, between the Facebook pages, 100 to 100, maybe 75 to 100 messages on Facebook on our pages. People looking for assistance or to rehome a dog. It's not easy. Rescuing them, getting their medical care and things like that, that's not the challenge. We can always do that. It's finding foster homes and finding real homes.
That's where the volunteers come in.
We rescue dogs that are in animal shelters or found by the police or referred to by folks in the community. We take them in, the organization pays for all of their medical needs, their food, and really there's no expense spared to take care of these dogs. We just really provide the home, the love, and the training for the animals.
Volunteer Greg has fostered for Friends to the Forlorn and other organizations.
The dog we have right now, we've had for 7 months. He had really difficult problems with his knees. He had heartworm. He had all sorts of injuries. He was underweight, malnourished. So we have been working with him for a really long period of time to get him back to being healthy. So this is our 4th adoption. So we're looking really forward to getting him a good home and moving on to the next project. The people at Friends to the Forlorn are amazing. They provide all the resources. We can call Jason really any time of day or night, and we get a phone call almost instantly back if he doesn't answer. They have amazing doctors at the New Hope Animal Hospital that provide all the medical care. Even if you don't want to foster, there are amazing opportunities to come and help Jason and the group at Friends to the Forlorn out at what he calls the Palace, his house out in Dallas that is really just for the dogs. There are people who can help out with social media. There are people that can help out with photography. You can donate food. I mean, there's a million ways that you can really help out without actually bringing a dog into your home. You can walk dogs, you can help clean kennels, you can, promote and share Facebook posts. Really, there's a ton of ways you can do it in addition to doing this.
Volunteer Antonio explains why it's important to support organizations like this one.
There's no safety nets for dogs like humans. I'm originally from Massachusetts, and down here, because I live in Paulding County, we see a lot more dogs loose on the roads and stuff like that, because it's a rural area and stuff, so it's very important.
What these dogs need the most is a loving forever home.
Whose stick is this?
Meet Claire and Lotus. Claire adopted Lotus with her family last spring.
So Lotus's mother was in a shelter and was pregnant and quite sick and was about to be euthanized. And Friends to the Forlorn stepped in and took her. Her name was Audi, and they, took care of her medical needs and had the puppies there at Friends to the Forlorn. And then when they were weaned, they went to adoption. And so we were one of many applicants, and fortunately they felt that we were the best home for Lotus, so that's how she came to us. And I would say that it's really important when you see a pit bull to, ask the owner if they're friendly and see if you can say hello and get to know them as a dog without any preconceived notions, because you're really missing out if you write them off. They're really amazing, loving, sweet, smart animals.
Dr. Clay Leathers runs New Hope Animal Hospital and is the vet for Friends to the Forlorn.
We work with him daily, doing rescue work and trying to help the dogs that he finds in the community. Also, a lot of the spay-neuter programs he does for the area of Paulding County. It's very important that I'm finding, because I am overwhelmed with the number of people that, one, cannot afford to get their animal spayed or neutered, two, do not know that it's necessary to help reduce the numbers that are going into our local shelter. When I first met with Jason, I thought he was crazy. I didn't think he would be able to pull off half the stuff he's been able to pull off. I do not know any rescue organizations that are able to contribute towards the medical issues that he's able to help. His commitment is higher than anyone else I've encountered.
They're genuine, they care. There's a lot of people who, I don't know how to put it, there's a lot of people who do it, it seems, more for bragging rights. I'm going to be completely honest with you. And Jason does it because he cares. And I mean, when you initially meet him, and whenever he first came to us, we were like, there's no way that this guy does what he says he does. There's no way he has as many dogs as he says he has. And he continues to surprise us with how many he actually takes care of, and he does a great job. Keeps his place immaculate, and he takes the best care of these dogs I've ever seen anybody take care of.
And here, at least at my rescue, we put our hands on something, we commit to it. We don't give up on a dog regardless. You know, unless the dog is suffering and in pain, behavior issues, we work through them. No dog will ever love you like a pit bull. I love all animals, but the love and the bond between a pit bull and a human is pretty intense. It's the most amazing feeling in the world.
Stay tuned. More AIB Metro